Hey, what's going on, youngins? This is Kyle with Storytime. So the poll said that you guys wanted to hear about the time I snuck into the Playboy Mansion. Alright, so it was like 2010, I want to say. Yeah, probably like 2009 or 10. And I was still living in LA. And so I was just trying to make it any way I could. I just wanted to get on TV somehow. So I was just research on MTV.com, and they were like casting or hiring, selecting people for the Spike TV Awards. And I was like, I'll just do it. So I submitted me and my friends, and we got it. We were so amped to be able to go because we never really been to anything like that. So we go, and it's like on this big, huge lot, like on a movie lot, basically. So like Jeopardy, I think, was shot there, and Wheel of Fortune was shot on the same lot. I believe it was Warner Brothers or Sony, one of those lots. So we get there and it's shot on a big lot. I didn't know it was gonna be shot on a big sound stage like that. I mean, it's crazy from the beginning. Like, I didn't even think we were gonna get in. Like, they had us sitting on these chairs for like an hour. So we eventually get in, and it's just filled with celebrities. And the thing that's crazy about it is the whole thing is open bar. So like, everyone's just loose, and they don't really do a good job of keeping people separate. They do a little bit, but they might sit you with like a celebrity. Like, I think we were sitting at the same table as Chuck Liddell, the UFC fighter. So that was crazy. I didn't know who he was at the time, but then like later, like, I saw how big of a deal he was. So I don't know what happened. I think they told us to stay in our seats. Our job was to be seat fillers. So when you're on TV and you see these big award shows, they really don't have that many people that come to the show. A lot of those people are paid extras, basically, and they're called seat fillers. So that's what we were. So their main thing was like, you can have as many drinks as you want, which is crazy, but you have to stay in your seats. And of course, me and my friends are rebellious. So, you know, we would get up and, I have to use the bathroom or whatever. So when you go to the bathroom, you pass the VIP area, so you can like look in and kind of see stuff. So we were kind of instantly intrigued by that. So I remember being in one line, and I remember the girl from Scary Movie, Anna Faris, just like turned around. I was like, "Hey, I'm Anna," and I thought that was pretty trippy because it like caught me off guard because I wasn't expecting that. And so we go into the bathroom, seeing different people. I actually went to the Spike TV Awards twice. I remember seeing Jamie Foxx, Tila Tequila, like all these crazy people. And somehow we finessed our way into the VIP section. I don't know how we did it. I have no idea. The whole night was a blur. So we ended up in the VIP section, me and my friend Chad, and there was a couple other friends, but they were too scared to do it. I think we just snuck in, or we got like a badge from like one of the people that worked there. Somehow we finessed it, and we got in. So we're just standing in this VIP room, like Adam Sandler's right there with like Rob Schneider and his whole like Happy Madison crew, and like some guys from Entourage are right over here, like, and I'm just like acting like I'm famous. So, you know, it was just great. And I remember running into, we saw Katy Perry perform I Kissed a Girl live, which was cool because that's the first time any of us had heard that song. And then like a couple weeks later, that was the biggest song in the country, so that was cool. So she was there with her band. I remember like Nev Campbell was just like sitting there like looking emo. It was pretty trippy. But what was cool, the McLovin from Superbad, we just started talking to him, and he was super cool. And he was like, yeah, there's an after party at the Playboy Mansion, you guys should come. And we're like, yeah, can we get a ride? And he's like, oh, sorry, the car is full. So he kind of ditched us, but we were like, yo, we gotta go to this party. We know that there's an after party here. We're just gonna Google on our phones where the Playboy Mansion is. And me and Chad went. Our friend Tommy, I think it was either Tommy or Gerard, one of those guys, dropped us off, and they dipped because they were too scared to try to get in. We actually didn't know where the house was. We just had a rough estimate because it's like this big, huge house. So what we did was we started climbing fences. We realized we were in the wrong yard, so we climbed all these fences for no reason. And eventually we find the house. It's just like the house next door, which is ridiculous. And we literally climbed the fence to get into the Playboy Mansion. And I remember my friend Chad went first, and he like played it off like he was like talking on his phone when he like emerged from the bushes, because it was like a fence and like a hill. And you come down, and I did the same thing, and we got in, and it was crazy. They had like we saw the grotto, the famous grotto, which is just like a big underground jacuzzi room. We didn't go in or anything, but it was just cool to see. We actually met Kal Penn, who played Kumar in Harold and Kumar. And we were like, yo, we just snuck in. He was like, oh, I'm gonna put you in my book. And I don't think it ever happened. You know, it was just kind of like one of those things. There was just a ton of other people at this mansion. They had free food and free everything there. And we got to like look inside some of the famous rooms and stuff, and definitely have some pictures I can share with that. So that's my story of how we broke into the Playboy Mansion. We jumped over mad fences, like just to realize that we only had to jump over one to get into the Playboy Mansion, which was kind of ironic. But it was a good time, and it's one of those stories that I'll never forget. All right, so what story do you want to see me talk about next? Let us know in the comments. Peace.